This week, the office of the New York Attorney General Letitia James announced that they were finally going to join in on the criminal investigation into the Trump organization that is being conducted by the Manhattan District Attorney, Cy Vance. This is a massive development. Up to this point, since 2019 actually, the New York Attorney General had only been focused on any kind of civil matters with regards to the Trump organization, possibly meaning that, hey, if they didn't pay this, if they didn't pay that, we would have to sue them for nothing more than money. All we want is to get the money back that we are owed from this organization. But as this investigation has progressed, as new information has been revealed, as of course we all know, Manhattan DA got their hands on Trump's financial info a couple months back, and now suddenly, after all that happened, after the grand jury was impaneled, after witnesses were being called, the New York Attorney General said, whoa, hold up now. I think we are going to have to move into the criminal probe as well. If that doesn't tell you everything right there, I don't even need to continue now. I truly don't. That's the story. That's the end. The New York Attorney General looked at what was happening. They have evidence as well. They've been combing through their own stuff, and I'm sure there's cooperation between the two, obviously. And eventually, New York Attorney General's office saw something, and they said, uh-oh. This isn't a civil matter anymore. Do y'all see this? This is criminal. Seriously, at this point, that's it. That's all that needs to be said. They found evidence, or they found a thread that they believe will lead to evidence of criminal behavior on behalf of the Trump organization. And by the way, that's not just my lone analysis of this. This is actually what former prosecutors are telling us right now. Because this move by the New York Attorney General this week was massive. They're no longer looking at, hey, we just want our money back. They're looking at not only do we want our money back, but there's a good chance that somebody somewhere within this organization is going to jail. Other prosecutors are warning that, in fact, actually Trump's biographer is warning that this new move by the New York AG, could end up roping in Donald Trump's children as well, opening them up for potential criminal charges. Because after all, Trump's kids run the business and have been running the business for the entirety of Donald Trump's administration. And before that, when he was running the business, they were, right there underneath him every step of the way. So if there were any kind of decisions that were shady, that were under the table, any kind of, criminal dealings, these kids, Trump's kids, likely would have also been involved in it. Eric, Don Jr., and Ivanka. Of course, could be the CFO. We've heard a lot about the CFO recently. So could all just be on that guy, Weisselberg. But I don't know. I would think if it was Weisselberg or any lesser person at the Trump organization whose last name wasn't plastered on the building, I imagine the New York AG would be like, you know what? You can probably handle this, Cy. We don't need to worry about it. You've got the criminal. We're going to focus on the civil. But if you're coming after a former president or the children of a former president, you're probably going to need the heavy artillery in order to do that. And the Manhattan DA has a lot, but they don't have as much as the New York Attorney General. And to me, I think that is the biggest thing. I think that is what is happening here. They want to go after the biggest fish possible. And in order to do that, you're going to need all of the tools at your disposal. And the Manhattan DA just likely doesn't have that. But the New York AG does. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for fresh content every single day of the week. Just smash that subscribe button, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video.